While smoking rates are declining across the country, a new trend is on the rise: the use of electronic or e-cigarettes. E-cigarettes are battery-operated devices typically filled with nicotine, flavors, and other chemicals. They produce a vapor that is inhaled by the user. Some of the largest tobacco companies in the United States, such as Philip Morris and R.J. Reynolds, have now established their own e-cigarette brands, including MarkTen and Vuse. Many e-cigarettes look like conventional cigarettes, while others look like everyday items, such as pens. Research shows that flavored tobacco products appeal to children and teens. While it is illegal for ordinary cigarettes to be sold in flavors other than menthol, flavoring of e-cigarettes is not regulated yet, so they often come in candy flavors like gummy bear and cotton candy. E-cigarette advertising is not regulated and has been shown to reach youth, and a recent study from the CDC found that e-cigarette use among middle and high school students increased significantly between 2011 and 2012. Because the FDA has not yet regulated e-cigarettes, users don't know how much nicotine or what types of chemicals they are inhaling when using them. Recent studies, for example, have found nicotine, heavy metals, and other toxic compounds in e-cigarette vapor. So, how does Minnesota law treat e-cigarettes? In Minnesota, e-cigarettes are taxed as tobacco products, and it's illegal to sell them to minors. However, e-cigarettes are not covered under Minnesota's Clean Indoor Air Act. They can be used in places like bars and restaurants unless a community has prohibited their use in public places or an individual business has banned their use on its property. In 2014, Minnesota passed a law that restricts the sale and use of e-cigarettes in several ways. First, it prohibits e-cigarette use in several public places, including hospitals and clinics, most government-owned buildings, state-owned college and university facilities, including the University of Minnesota, and daycares. The new law also goes further by requiring child-proof packaging for e-cigarette liquids, prohibiting their use in schools, requiring sellers to be licensed as tobacco retailers, and prohibiting sales from mall kiosks. E-cigarettes must be kept behind the counter in stores or in a locked case, and there are penalties for selling to minors. The good news is, communities across Minnesota can and are going further in regulating e-cigarettes. Private establishments like bars and restaurants can prohibit e-cigarettes on their property. Cities and counties can include e-cigarettes in smoke-free policies, prohibit the sampling of them in stores, and restrict the sale of flavored e-cigarettes. To learn more about e-cigarettes and what communities across Minnesota are doing about them, visit clearwaymn.org.